Real estate, in my opinion, is that solution. I don't think there's another great solution out there when it comes to inflation. I'm going to be candid. Gold is great if you can put it under the bed. The problem is it doesn't pay you as you go along. And the reason real estate is so magical when it comes to protecting against inflation, I think real estate's magical in a bunch of ways. But the reason I like it so much when it comes to protecting against inflation comes down to two fundamental relationships. And I'm going to try to graph these out for you. And I'm going to try to help you understand. However, and this is how blind the country is to this. I have done at least 30 hours of research preparing for this webinar, at least 30 hours, where I've read articles and I've looked up stuff and I've watched people talking about this and I've watched economists and I've lived inflation when I was young. So I knew this was a problem and I've experienced it in my own life in a way that most Americans have not. I have not been able to find almost any good visuals to illustrate these points. I've had to create them myself because no other financial services firm that I can find is publishing anything on this topic. But let's go through it together, and I'm going to try my best to help everyone see why real estate works so well as an inflation hedge and a retirement asset in inflationary times. Does that sound fair? All right, let's rock and roll. It comes down to two relationships. Number one, your mortgage balance versus your property value. How much I owe versus how much it's worth. And the second relationship is your mortgage payment versus what is current market rent. How much I have to pay to hold on to the asset versus how much does someone else have to pay to live in the asset. Those two relationships really matter when it comes down to why would I maybe consider having a piece of real estate to help me with inflation. If inflation's coming, why would I consider buying some real estate that I might not have considered before? If you enjoyed that conversation, what I think you'll really enjoy is the longer conversation that we had on the subject. This is just one small piece. That conversation was about an hour and 15 minutes. If you want to see the whole conversation and really get into the nuance, here's the link.